NERDSoul. Late ill kid at OneYoungsta holding it down, bringing the StreetGeek and NERDSoul. What is up, my people? Today we here on another episode of On Screen, just talking about movies, TV, all of that good stuff. And I figured it's been a while since I had a "What are you watching?" or "What are you reading?" for Talk Shop, and I figured might as well go on and catch up with you guys and let you know what I'm watching lately. So first up, we're going to be talking about Supernatural. Yes, the amazing show with Sam and Dean Winchester. It's been on CW forever, and it's had its ups and downs, but I love this show. And the last two episodes especially really brought me back to why I love this show so much. The last two episodes were extremely well written, well acted. We had some great action. Even a couple of episodes back with the episode First Blood, like they are really getting back to like the level of goodness that Supernatural was back like between seasons 1 and 5. And it's just good, man. Seeing another yellow-eyed demon, seeing Cass, almost dying, seeing the relationship change between the Winchesters, their mother, the hunters and the men of letters from Britain or the UK. It's just, we got a lot of moving parts now that are really changing the dichotomy of the show that I think is making it much better than it has been in recent seasons. And I'm just really, really enjoying it. Like, there's so much to get into now, and there's so many threads that they're throwing out there. I'm really, really interested to see what happens with this baby that's out there, because that could be a very interesting situation, especially since there's another child. If you guys remember, if you watch Supernatural, there's another child that is out there somewhere that has like this crazy, amazing power from season 4 or 5, I believe, that they had to end up hiding from the demons and stuff because that child was so powerful. The child was almost like reality altering power. So I'm interested to see if they ever bring that actor or actress back. I think it was a young actor back, and see what happens with this new child. It's very interesting to see where this show is going and all the threads that we're getting. So guys, I have to say that's one of the shows that right now that I'm truly enjoying, and I hope you guys are too. And if you are, jump down in the comments. Let's talk Supernatural a little bit. Let's talk about Dean, Cass. Let's talk about Mama Winchester. Let's talk about Lucifer and what role he's going to play here on out. So go and jump down in the comments and we'll holler about that. So we're going to get on and move on to the next topic. And of course, I got to hit y'all with one of those. Next up is another show that I have recommended to you guys before called Lethal Weapon. Now, I know the very first episode was almost kind of like a rip on the first movie, but I believe that when you have a show based on a franchise, sometimes maybe that's the way the studio just says that you have to do it. But Lethal Weapon, Riggs' hair notwithstanding, has become a very enjoyable show. I won't say it's like the best show out there, or that it's must-see TV and you gotta set your DVR for it. But I definitely think that if you're into action or buddy type situations, buddy cops, buddy flicks, stuff like that, maybe you should pick up and watch a couple of episodes. I think skip the first one. The first one is kind of like a rip on the first movie, but maybe episode 2, 3, and 4, check those out. See how you feel. I think Damon Wayans is really creating this vibe on the show where he's really created a Murtaugh of his own. The family dynamic is funny. The man that plays Riggs is growing on me. At first I was just like, I don't get it. I'm not feeling it. But it's really started to grow on me in a good way. It's not like it grows on me and I'm like, I don't know why I watched this. I watch it because it's fun. I actually have a lot of fun. There's some funny moments. There's some great moments with the kids. Murtaugh's son is crazy. He's probably lost his mind, and his daughter probably deserves a kick in the back of the neck. But you get some great, fight scenes, some chases and stuff, and Riggs is always doing something crazy. We also get some cool kind of like, I guess, villain of the week storylines, and it turns out being a very decent buddy cop show. Like, who knew, right? Lethal Weapon. Like, I'll be honest, when I first heard about Lethal Weapon and the idea of Damon Wayans in it, I was just like, I don't get it. But the more I watch it, I'm like, you know what? This works. This show kind of works for me, and I think it's on the right network as well. So if I were you guys, check it out. See, let me know what you think. Am I crazy? Should I start watching it? Which I probably won't. But I think you guys should watch it. If you're into like action, buddy cop stuff, a little bit of comedy in there, I think you should check it out. So, of course, that's all I have to say about watching Lethal Weapon, because it's definitely interesting, and I do like kind of like the story threads that they're bringing in as far as Riggs is concerned with his ex-wife and, maybe different possible love interests. So it's kind of cool. So anyway, we're going to move on. And next up, and last but not least, we're going to be talking about, that's right, a pick for my wife, because I love my wife, which is Law and Order SVU. I hate procedurals for the most part, but SVU does have some dope moments. They have some dope stories, and they actually have a couple of cases that get some good conversations going. Sliding away all of the racist and semi-racist stuff that they do from time to time on the show, I think there's a lot of good material to start conversations in. Say if you and some friends watch it, or you and your mate may watch it, something like that. I think that's something that's really cool about this show. Now, of course, there's some outlandish stuff, because this is a show, and you have Mariska Hargitay, or whatever her character is, kind of like still being a detective, even though she's like a lieutenant, which it doesn't really make sense. But you get these cases where you get to actually have these these weird looks at our society and how the writers of that show see our society, and how they wrap it up or don't wrap it up by the end of the episode. You get to look at different, I guess, perspectives from the characters that they write, and it's a very interesting display on a procedural that moonlights as a serial to a certain degree, because there are some threads that kind of carry through from year to year. One of my favorite was way back when there was like this mob storyline, and it went through like 2 or 3 episodes, something like that. And it was really, really interesting and engaging. This season has had some very interesting episodes, like the very last one with the kid and his mom, and his mom kind of made him kill someone. I think it's definitely a conversation piece. So that's why I dropped it in this list. This show is something that each case, I think you can have a very interesting conversation with your folks about, and by the looks of it, SVU is going nowhere. So anyway, guys, that's my tizam. And I gotta go. So before I go, I gotta tell y'all to hit up ThatNERDSoul.com. That's right. You can check out all my videos from the oldest to the newest, latest and greatest, and everything will be there. Hang out, drop me a line, leave a comment, all that good stuff. Then you can check out shop.thatnerdsoul.com and pick yourself up a t-shirt, player. And don't forget one for your playettes. Then you can come back here, like, comment, and subscribe, and share that nerd soul. That's right. That's the only way I can tell people that you like what you are watching. So, of course, LA, what up? VA, what up? RVA, you got my heart. And of course, be good to each other. Be good to yourselves. Peace.